Okay, good morning. Today is May 18th, 2020. You should be grabbing your new packet for May 18th through the 22nd, making sure that you're only working on today's day, which is Monday. Okay, so you have your suggested schedule for your day. If you are in Miss Rudolph's class, that's your username for Raz Kids, or your teacher name for Raz Kids that you have to put in. Today is Monday. It is May 18th, 2020. You will see that all my writing's already done because I did this video earlier, but it didn't work for some reason. So I'm going back through everything. Okay, so go ahead and practice writing the date using your capital letters and months, because months are a pronoun, and we practiced that last week and the week before. Comma in between the date and the year. And another way that you can practice is simply writing the numbers, the numerals. Okay. The first page you're going to be doing is your phonics. And this week we're going to be practicing the final E syllable. A little bit blurry. There we go. Good. Okay. So as you can see in your word bank, I went ahead and I highlighted all of the final E syllables because that is our focus. What you can also do is you can even put a long vowel sound, a symbol showing a long vowel sound above all of your long vowels, because that is exactly what your final E syllable is going to do. Okay, this one actually has two. All right. So this one will be a little bit harder to place, and I would recommend doing that one last, okay? So let's read your directions. In part A, it says word sort. Look at the spelling words in the box. Match each word to the long vowel sound in its final E syllable. Write the spelling word on the lines below. So for long A, I have written the word place. And again, if you want to take it a little bit further, go ahead and put your long vowel sound over the vowel that has the long vowel sound. And then emphasize that final E syllable, okay, because that's what we're doing here. All right, and then I also have given you an example for a long I. So the I in 9 is long, and then I'm going to highlight my final E syllable, okay? And again, leave replace to be your last one, because really replace could go in either the long E or the long A. All right. So let's go to part B, missing letter. The vowel is missing from each spelling word below. Write the missing letter in the box and then write the spelling word correctly on the line. So really all you have to do is compare your words in 11 through 15 to your word bank up above and just fill in the vowel that is not there and rewrite the word. So of course here is replace, and I rewrote the whole word. Again, if you want to take it a step further, go ahead and actually this kind of helps you understand that replace is going to go under the long A. So that's giving you another answer there. But go ahead and put your long vowel symbols over the appropriate letters that have a long vowel and highlight your silent E's, because that is, again, the skill that we're practicing this week. Okay? Very good. All right, turn the page. Now we're going into possessives. A possessive shows ownership. Add an apostrophe and S to the end of a singular noun to form a possessive. For a plural noun that ends in S, add an apostrophe to the end of the noun to form a possessive. Singular is just one. So mom's ring, store's parking lot, pond's water. All of these are singular. There's only one. There's only one mom, one store, one pond. Okay, now we come to the second column that's plural. Plural means more than one. So we have girls' shirts, customers' carts, lakes, shores. And all of these nouns are more than one. So there's more than one girl, more than one customer, more than one lake. So your apostrophe goes on the end of the S. All right, so this may get a little complicated this week, but please just be patient and gentle with yourself. This is a hard concept to retain, to learn, and then to retain. So we will continue working on this throughout the week. And like I said, just be gentle with yourselves, okay? Number 1 says, the blank's hall is noisy. So would you put the apostrophe on the outside, or rather would you put the apostrophe on the outside on this one, or would you put the apostrophe on the inside of the S? And again, you have to ask yourself, how many schools are we talking about? The school's hallway is noisy. If we're only talking about one school, it would be apostrophe S. If we're talking about more than one school, it's S apostrophe. But we're only talking about one school, so it's going to be your first choice. Okay? Do the same with 2, 3, and 4. Down below, rewrite each sentence using a possessive and replace the underlined words. I like the hat that belongs to Emily. How many Emilys are there? There's only one. So it's going to be Emily apostrophe S, as you see here. I like Emily's hat. Now, if for some reason there was more than one Emily, then it would be S apostrophe. Okay? So fill in the rest of your work on that page. All right, going over to math, we're working with Puzzled Penguin today. He's trying to determine if he made a mistake in his math, and your job is to figure it out. So what is the error? And you know, I like to really sit and analyze my chart before I even go to the questions. What does this horizontal bar graph show me? It's showing me children's favorite snacks, and their favorite snacks are nuts, grapes, apples, and pretzels. And then I filled in the numbers down on the side so that I know sort of what I'm working with here. Okay, now how many more children choose fruits than nuts? How many more tells me I'm going to subtract, right? That tells me I'm going to subtract. The other thing you really need to think about here, it's a two-step problem, is fruit. There's 2 different kinds of fruits, grapes and apples. So we have to add those together. 4 plus 8 is 12. Nuts is 5. Now you're going to do the rest. I'm not going to do all this for you because it's really only one question. But I have led you to it. I've gotten you started here. Okay, so is there anything he's done wrong? And how would you fix the problems that he might have had working this problem out? Okay, now let's look at your writing. Here's your brainstorm. Again, remember I already did this video and it messed up. So you're going to see everything's already filled in for me. But if you want to see what your prompt is, you're going to turn to Wednesday. Celebrity lunch. You guys, we do celebrity lunch at school, but this week you get to actually choose a real famous person. It could be a cartoon character. It could be a video game character. It could be Steph Curry. It could be your favorite Raiders player. It could be your favorite 49ers player. It could be your favorite singer. Who do you want to have to lunch? You can choose anybody you want that you can imagine. That famous person is going to come to lunch. Who is it going to be? That would be your main idea. And what would you talk about? That's going to be your details. Okay. So what you talk about will be your details. Who it is your main idea. Okay. Even if it's somebody, you guys, in your family, that person might be famous to you. So it could be somebody in your family. It's anybody you want. Okay. So I've chosen somebody I don't think that most of you guys will know, if any of you. So my favorite actress is Julie Andrews. She played the original Mary Poppins, not the new one, but the original one. She was Mary Poppins, and she also was in Sound of Music, and those are some of my favorite movies. So that would be the celebrity I would invite to lunch. Now remember, in your brainstorm, you don't have to worry about complete sentences. You don't have to worry about spelling. You don't have to worry about punctuation. Your only job here is to get your ideas down on paper. Don't let anything else get in the way of your creativity and your thought process, okay? If you spell it wrong, it's fine. Even if you need to draw pictures in your details, you can actually do that too. All right, so for my main idea, I wrote, I would ask Julie Andrews to come to my celebrity lunch. And then remember, for your details, is what are we going to talk about? So we're going to talk about songs that she sings, movies that she has been in, and I want to know what her goals are. What else does she really still want to do? Because in my mind, she's just done everything so perfectly, and how could she even need to do anything else? Like, what else would she do? I would be so excited to hear about new projects that she was doing. She's actually written some children's books too. And then remember, in your concluding detail, you just merge, or you add, sort of like an addition problem, all 3 of your other details that you've already filled in. So we would talk about her music, movies, and goals. Okay, turning the page, you're going over to your spelling practice, which would normally be your homework if we were in school like regular. We're going to do your math that's on the back page. Read for 20 minutes today. Fill in the title of what you read. If you read on Raz Kids, that's fantastic. That works. Or if you read a book at home, or maybe you pulled a YouTube video for an AR book. Okay, study your sight words, lists 8 through 15 this week. We've completed all of our sight word lists, all of our lists on our sight words. So at this point, the next few weeks, we're just going to practice the ones that you already know, because we're going to leave second grade really understanding what those words are. Make flashcards of any unknown words, and understand that these words, you guys, make up 90% of the words you read on a second grade level. So again, we're not going to leave second grade without knowing all of these words, so we'll be ready to go into third grade and learn our new words. You're going to write your spelling words 3 times each down below. Let's read these words together. Place, replace, 9, 90, side, sidewalk, face, inside, these, and tadpole. Okay, now you're going to come over, you're going to do your math, what would have been your math homework. So number 1 says the park has 9 oak trees, 2 maple trees, 6 elm trees in it. Complete the data table. Trees in the park. You've got oak, maple, we know somebody named Maple, and elm. And then we're going to put in, I'm just giving you how to do the first part. You've got to do the rest, okay? So there's 9 oak trees. I've done 9 tally marks. Now you do maple and elm. Number 2, use the data table to complete the bar graph. Yes, my bar is all sorts of sloppy, but I'm not worried about those lines being straight so much, because it's really more about, do I know how to make this bar chart? Or bar graph. So don't get stressed out if you're not drawing a completely straight line, just like mine's a little crazy looking. Or if you want to color in all the boxes, you could do it that way too. I would definitely recommend using a crayon or a highlighter here. Okay, and so you're going to do the same thing for maple and elm. Remember, you get your numbers from number 1. It says use the bar graph, write the number in ring or circle, more or fewer, and fewer equals less, right? So number 3 says there are blank more or fewer oak trees than maple trees in the park. Number 4 says there are blank more or fewer maple trees than elm trees in the park. Number 5, we need to plant blank more or fewer elm trees to have as many elm trees as oak trees. Okay? All right, you guys, so that's all you're going to be doing for today. Make sure you spend some time, please, reading at least one book off of Raz Kids. This is very important. Spending some time on iExcel, spending some time on Freckle. Then if you want to go to Prodigy, do that, okay? Any levels you need change, please email me, let me know. Make sure you're being nice to your brothers and sisters. Find at least one thing to do to help around the house. And try to get outside today, too, for a few minutes. All right, we miss you. Have a great day.